Hi guys, this is a new series on my channel, please like subscribe, but anyways let's get on with it. Chapter 1. Naruto, why would you steal the Forbidden Scroll? I never struck you as that type. You are going to get such a scolding from me. Iruka thought. Iruka searches Naruto for a little longer and finds him. Naruto looks at Iruka with an excited face. Hey Iruka-sensei. Sucks that you found me already, but I learned a jutsu. So does this mean I am a genin now? Naruto asked with a giant grin on his face. He looks like he has been working hard. Wait a second. Naruto, who told you that you can become a genin by learning a jutsu from the Forbidden Scroll? Mizuki-sensei did. Anyways, do I pass? Mizuki did? But why would he dash? Iruka's thoughts were interrupted when he just barely dodged a kunai aimed directly to his head. Mizuki! Iruka shouted. Mizuki-sensei? Why did you just try to kill Iruka-sensei? Because he is in my way, demon brat. Mizuki shouted to Naruto. Naruto, run. You can't take Mizuki on at your level. Iruka shouted. Hey Naruto, do you know why you are so incredibly despised by the villagers? No Mizuki, that is forbidden. Why? Naruto asked. Do you know about the lie where the Yondaime killed the Kyuubi? Stop it, Mizuki. Well, he didn't actually kill that monstrous demon. He sealed it inside you, Naruto. WHWH what? Naruto stated. Yes, Naruto, you are that demon that killed hundreds of people and nearly destroyed Konoha. You are the worthless demon brat. Mizuki venomously said. I am a DD demon. I don't deserve to be cared. Everyone hates me. Naruto said with tears flowing out of his eyes and a petrified look on his face. Yes. And now, you will die. Mizuki said as he threw a Fuma shuriken directly at Naruto. Please let me make it in time. Iruka thought as he ran towards Naruto. Naruto was waiting for the impact to end his life. But it never came. When Naruto opened his eyes, they were met with the teary eyes of Iruka. He saw Iruka got in the way, and got stabbed directly at the heart. WHY? Naruto said with a broken voice while staring at the bloody Iruka. Because you and I are the same. I did not have my parents ever since the Kyuubi killed them. I was alone. But I now can relate to you, a loudmouth that keeps saying he can be Hokage. And I believe you. Naruto was bawling at his words. Iruka respects him when no one else did. You are not the demon fox. You are simply its container. You have made me so proud, Naruto. Iruka was crying as well at this exchange. You will make a fine Hokage someday, Iruka said with a smile. With that, he collapsed on the ground lifeless. Naruto in shock would be a severe understatement. Iruka-sensei? Naruto said with tears. No answer. Iruka-sensei? No answer. Now Naruto realized. Iruka was dead. No. TCH, good thing he died. He was a pain. Pathetic. Ha ha ha. Now I will give this to Orochimaru-sama, and he will Mizuki lost his train of thought as he felt a surge of chakra from Naruto. How dare you kill him? Naruto said looking down. Wind was circling around Naruto, and then his eyes quickly transformed from the Sharingan straight to Mangekyo, and then to the final stage known as the Rinnegan. He looked right at Mizuki to display his Rinnegan eyes with tears flowing. TCH, you damn dash. Shinra Tensei. Mizuki was sent flying through trees and knocked unconscious as he landed in a crater. Naruto was knocked unconscious as well after performing that godly move. At that moment, Hiruzen Sarutobi, the Sandaime Hokage and ANBU appeared. His eyes softened as soon as he saw Irika laying on the ground dead. Take Naruto to the hospital and take that traitor to Ibiki Marino for interrogation. Hi Hokage-sama, the ANBU said. Hiruzen saw everything through his crystal ball. He even saw Naruto activate his Rinnegan, which surprised him greatly. Oh Naruto! How will you deal with everything? Hiruzen thought. Ow, my head. What happened? Naruto said. Then he remembers the confrontation with Mizuki and Irika's death. Oh right, Irika-sensei died. Naruto said with despair in his voice. I am really going to miss him. But he would have wanted me to move forward, not sulk around like this, Naruto said with determination in his voice. What is this place? Naruto looked around to see that he was in an endless white space. But in that space, he noticed an old man with his back towards him. He was wearing a white kimono with strange markings. He was levitating with crossed legs, and he was carrying a staff. He couldn't see clearly since his back was turned, but it seemed that he had ears that came out of his forehead. Come towards me, child of prophecy. Naruto started walking towards the mysterious man with uncertainty. As he came closer, he begged the question. Who are you, mister? I am Hagoromo Otsutsuki. But you may know me better as the Sage of Six Paths. Sorry, never heard of you. Naruto stated. Oh, sorry. Seems like the academy does not teach you such subjects. Well, I will give you the short and long versions. To put it simply, I am the creator of all you know in the ninja world. Essentially known as the god of what you call ninjutsu. The sage was amused at the look of Naruto's face. Naruto in shock and astonishment would be a very severe understatement. The creator of everything that existed in the shinobi world was right in front of him. And he was talking to him of all people. The demon brat, the dead last of the academy, the ultimate prankster. He was even more confused at the mention of child of prophecy. Naruto, Naruto. Aha. Yes, I'm here. Naruto said with a pale face. I know that you have questions. Ask them away. The sage said. Okay, first of all, are you really the creator of ninjutsu? No. I created ninshu. It was supposed to be a philosophy, a way of life. But my son Indra took it and warped it into a tool of destruction in which you call ninjutsu. Okay. But who is Indra? Alright, let me tell you the history about my sons. Long ago, I had two sons. The older was Indra and the younger was Azura. Indra was naturally better than Azura. He would always be better than him. When my sons got older, I decided that I needed a successor. And that successor would gain access to all the abilities of my body. I sent those two away to solve problems that were ravaging the country. Indra succeeded in solving the problems, but the way he did them were cruel. He didn't care about the people. But Azura, he solved the problems with kindness and compassion. That is what I was looking for. So, I appointed Azura as my successor. Indra got infuriated. He declared to take revenge. I have Azura my power and those two fought with Azura winning. Many years later, when I was on my deathbed, Indra came to visit me, and vowed to reincarnate and get his revenge. Azura also vowed to reincarnate so that he can always be there to stop him. The first reincarnation of Azura was Hashirama, and Indra was reincarnated as Madara. The next reincarnation of Indra was Sasuke and Dash. Wait a minute. You are telling me that stuck-up Teme is the reincarnation of Indra. Though actually, that isn't surprising, rambling on about revenge, Itachi blah blah blah, and the fact that we always fight. Though, she actually looks cute when she's agitated. That silky hair, that porcelain milky smooth skin. That blue tank top, and those skin-tight white shorts that ends just on the upper mid-thighs. Those emphasizes her curves so well and shows the shape of that cute ass. And that time when I kissed her by accident, Her lips were so soft and tasted like fresh tomato. Wait, what the hell am I saying? Naruto said, blushing redder than the brightest shade of red. No interrupting. Though on the inside the sage was grinning ear to ear. Anyways, you are the reincarnation of Azura, but apparently, you are also the reincarnation of me. Wait, how is that possible? I don't recall you telling me that you would reincarnate. Naruto stayed with curiosity. Honestly, even I don't even know, the sage said. Hey, Super Gramps Sage? Super Gramps Sage, really? The sage thought, slightly agitated. Yes, Naruto? If I am basically you, does that mean you know what I've been through? Naruto said. Yes, I do know what you have been through. Naruto sighed. Sorry then. You must be agitated to have a demon as your reincarnation. Naruto, you are no demon. If I seal a kunai into a scroll, does the scroll become the kunai? Naruto looked at the sage with hope in his that the most powerful being says that he is not a demon. No, Naruto, the scroll does not become the kunai. Besides, the Kyuubi isn't a demon. I created the Kyuubi in others. And 3, 2, 1. Wawa it? You created the Kyuubi? And what do you mean by others? Sheesh, so loud, although I expected this reaction. Yes, Naruto, I created the Kyuubi. And by others I mean that there are more tailed beasts. And the demons that you call them have names. They are the Ichibi, Shikaku, the Nibi, Matatabi, the Sanbai, Isabu, the Yanbi, Son Goku, the Goni, Kokuo, the Rokubi, Saiken, the Nanabai, Komiai, the Hachibi, Gyuki, and finally the Kyuubi, Kurama. Originally they were not so hostile, but centuries of being alone after my death must have changed them. Wow, so they are kind of like me, huh? Wait, if you know everything that I have been through, can you tell me who my parents are? Very well. Your father was Minato Namikaze, the Yondaime Hokage, and your mother was Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto couldn't believe it. The Yondaime and the red hot-blooded habanero were his parents. But he felt a little resentment towards them. Why did they seal Kurama inside me? My life has been a living hell from the start. They probably didn't love me. Don't say that, Naruto. Your parents loved you so much. Let me show you what I saw on the day they died. Scene change. Kushina-chan, I will have to use the Shiki Fujin to seal the in half of the Kyuubi in me, and after that I will use the Hack no Fuin Shiki combined with the Shirsho Fuin to seal the yang half into Naruto. Minato explained to Kushina. No, Minato-kun. How will Naruto survive? How will he deal with all the hardships? He's just barely 2 hours old. I know, Kushina-chan. I am hoping the villagers will treat him as a hero. But if they don't, then I know that Naruto will make it through. I believe in him as a person. And I also believe that he can control the power of the Kyuubi. After all, he is our son, Minato explained and put up a smile at the last part. All right, Minato. I trust you with our son. All right. Shiki Fujin. With those words, the in half of the Kyuubi is sealed within Minato. Okay, now to seal the yang ha dash. Before Minato could finish his sentence, the Kyuubi tried to sink its claws into Naruto. Naruto. Minato and Kushina said simultaneously. Both of them got in the way of the impact. The claw ripped through them both, and they coughed out blood. Gah. Wait, Minato-kun. Before you seal the other half into Naruto, I would like to say a few words to him, please. Kushina said with tears in her eyes. Not from the physical pain, but from the pain that she wouldn't be able to see her son grow up. Of course you can, Kushina-chan. All right. Naruto, don't be a picky eater. Eat lots of food to grow and be strong. Take a bath every single day, and go to bed early and sleep very well. Make friends. It doesn't matter how many friends you have. Just ones who you can trust with everything you have. Make sure that you listen to your teachers at the academy. They will teach you a lot of useful things. Another thing, avoid the 3 vices of Shinobi. Never borrow money whenever you can. Or else you'll be like Jiraiya. Try to save as much money as you can from missions, and no alcohol until you're 20. Try not to drink too much. It damages the liver. And about girls. I know that you will be attracted to a girl someday, it's life. Try to find a good girl. Someone to lean on when you're sad, angry, or anything else, but try to find someone like your mom. Kushina was bawling out her eyes at this point. There's so much more I want to say, so much more I want to share. Oh, I'll miss you so much as I watch you above. I'm so sorry, Minato-kun. I took up too much of your time. It's alright. And my advice for you, Naruto, is exactly what your mother said. You better listen to her or else she will come down before you and make sure you do those things. She is scary. Minato has tears coming out of his eyes like a flood. We both are going to miss you so much. We love you. After those words, Minato used the hack no Fuin Shiki to seal the yang half of the Kyuubi in Naruto. The Kyuubi was gone, and Minato Namake's the Yondaime Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki, the red hot-blooded habanero, were dead on the ground with a smile on both of their faces. Back to the present. Naruto was kneeling on the ground crying so much. He had parents that loves him to such an extent that they both died for him. They loved me, they actually loved me. Yes, they did, Naruto. Naruto stood up on the ground, legs shaking slightly but quickly recovered. At that moment, I knew immediately that you are the child of prophecy, the sage said. Child of prophecy? Naruto asked, confused. There is a prophecy that a great evil would come to challenge the whole shinobi world, and that there would be someone to stop it. And that person would reunite all the tailed beasts. And I believe that someone is you, Naruto. Naruto looked at the sage in astonishment. Now Naruto, tell me what you think of your current skill. Honestly, I think I'm pretty weak. There's a reason I was the dead last in my class. I don't have a taijutsu style, I'm more of a brawler. Basically flailing around. My ninjutsu is pretty limited and genjutsu is non-existent. I can't even dispel it. Wait a second, how did I describe myself that way? I barely passed the written exam. Ha, that is due to the awakening of my Rinnegan. It is the most powerful dojutsu. Since you are my reincarnation, and you awakened the Rinnegan, your mind has been unlocked. Woha Naruto replies unintelligently. Though it seems like he still has a little bit of his old self, especially the shouting. The sage thought with a mental facepalm. Okay, let's talk about your abilities. At the moment, you haven't fully unlocked my whole power. What? How can that be? The reason for this is because you are a pure human. Chakra originally belonged to alien hybrids, so it is difficult to release my full power. I am an alien-human hybrid, so it was easier for me. At the moment you only have Shinra Tensei, which pushes objects, Bansho Tenin, which pulls objects, Absorption Soul Technique, and Ameno Jikara, which is a time-space ninjutsu used to transport people or things. As for the power of the body, it will be most likely doubled since you are the reincarnation of me, and you get that extra 6 paths power from being the reincarnation of Azura as well. Okay, so how many more abilities have I yet to unlock? Naruto asked. Oh, there are much more that it is inhuman. Replies the sage. Please tell me. I want to know what I'm dealing with. Alright, but don't blame me if you get a seizure. As for the abilities you have yet to unlock, one of them is the 6 paths technique. It is an original Rinnegan technique that requires 7 different bodies for 7 techniques total, with each body with 1 technique. First is the Deva Path, which manipulates attractive and repulsive forces like Bansho Tenin, Shinra Tensei, and Chibaku Tensei. Next is the Azura Path, which can augment the body with mechanized limbs, weaponry and armor such as the techniques Azura Attack and Flaming Arrow of amazing ability. Next is the human path, which gives that body the ability to read a person's mind while also removing their soul. Next is the animal path, which allows that body to summon creatures such as the technique summoning Rinnegan. Next is the Preta path, which gives the user the ability to absorb all forms of chakra, including most ninjutsu like the technique blocking technique absorption seal. After that is the Naraka path, which allows the user to call upon the King of Hell. Finally, the outer path gives the user the ability to preside over life and death like the technique samsara of heavenly life technique. The bodies are basically extensions of yourself, but it is good to have backup with one of your paths just in case something happens to you. You also have all the elemental releases including Yin, Yang and Yin Yang releases. Again, I will remind you that you will have every power that your paths have. You can also use the perfect Susanoo. There may be abilities that even I don't know. You also have the Mangekyo Sharingan, and due to you being my reincarnation, you won't have the drawbacks of using it. The Rinnegan cannot cast Genjutsu, so you will have to rely on your Mangekyo Sharingan to do that. You can also use Amaterasu, a black hot flame that can burn almost anything. You can deactivate your Rinnegan and Sharingan by blocking the flow of chakra to your eyes. Naruto was absolutely awed. Who knew that a Dojutsu could be this powerful? And he has too. Wow, so how do I unlock all these abilities? Asked Naruto. You are not going to like it. The sage replied. Come on Super Gramps Sage, I can handle anything. The sage sighed very well. You must experience that same sadness and anger that you felt when Irika died. Naruto's expression changed from excitement to sorrow. He didn't know if he could handle that again. The sage's eyes softened as he looked at Naruto. Power can come at a heavy price. I get it, Super Gramps Sage. Shit happens. Naruto said as he looked down. When Naruto said that, the sage started disappearing. Wait, what's happening? Naruto looked at the sage with a confused and shocked look on his face. It looks like you are starting to wake up, the sage replied. Oh, will I see you again, Super Gramps Sage? Naruto asked. Of course you will, Naruto. After all, I am you, the sage replied with a smile. Oh, and Naruto, yeah? Visit again as soon as possible. We are going to need to work on your training. Naruto's did an ear-to-ear grin as soon as the sage said that. Of course I will come back. With that, Naruto woke up to the relief of Hiruzen Sarutobi, the Sandaime Hokage. Well, hey there, Ajiken, Naruto said with a big smile.